And welcome to Pure Adrenaline Sports, man. I just want to thank everybody that came out to our live streams yesterday. We started at 12:45 Eastern Time. We ended at 12:45 a.m. Eastern Time. So, Sean, it was actually 12 hours that we were covering games, like you said last night, just with a couple breaks in between. But what did you think of opening day? And then we'll start diving into some of the games and see what some of the bigger name guys did yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a good opening day. I mean, for baseball in general, I mean, it's competitive games all throughout. I mean, there was what, two, maybe three like blowouts that weren't close scoring or like change real quick. But I mean, otherwise, I mean, a lot of games that were one or two runs or came down to the seventh, eighth, and ninth inning there, basically on who's going to win.
Mm-hmm. So let's look here. Let's go over and look. I'm going to talk about our actual numbers from the channel yesterday. We did 4 games. We started off with the Yankee game. We had 412 views for the live stream. It was just under 3 hours long. And, oh, look. Look at. Good morning, ladies. Cam, what's up, buddy? You going to hop in? JJ Meyer stopping by saying go Phillies. Yep, Phillies not looking good yesterday. Let me turn my phone off. Oh man! So let's
yeah. We started with.
Go ahead, Sean.
We started the Yankees Giants. Started with the Yankees Giants, and then went over to the Cardinals game that I think we never. It felt like forever.
Yeah, the Giants Yankee game was just under 3 hours of streaming. Where the Blue Jays Cardinals, we had 281 views during the live stream, 4 hours there. Because that game went so long, I hopped into the White Sox Astros game late, so we only streamed there for an hour 45. And then last night, the Angels Athletics, we ended up getting 469 live views during the game. And that went for 2 hours and 40 minutes. So a total of 11 hours and 23 minutes of live streaming yesterday, John. How about them Rangers? Yep, big come from behind win yesterday. You're all froze up or something, John. You back?
Yeah, I'm here.
No. Yeah. Well, you weren't. You were talking and nothing. You were froze. Take away that one inning, it would have been totally different. Definitely right. Y'all smacked DeGrom.
DeGrom got snacked, and then Nola got smacked right back.
Mm-hmm. Sean's internet said no today. How about your internet, Cam? You hopping in or what? All right, let's look. Let's look at some of the scores from yesterday. I'm not sure if we'll jump into every game's details, but oops, let me share this. We had the Orioles and Red Sox 10-9. Orioles blew a 10-4 lead there, almost blew the game, but hang on the win. Your Braves with the 7-2 win.
Mm-hmm.
The Yankees beat the Giants 5-0. We covered that one. The Cubs beat the Brewers 4-0. The Rays beat the Tigers. Oh, go ahead.
The Brewers-Cubs game was definitely the shocker of the day, just because Corbin Burns being number one pitcher for the Brewers there, we expected it to be the other way, 4-0. The Brewers bats just didn't show up.
Nope. The Rays beat the Tigers 4-0, so no big surprise there. The Rangers beat the Phillies 11-7. Like we said, the Phillies had a 5-0 lead, right? And lost.
Yeah, and look at the Phillies. The Phillies reliever there, Greg Soto. He has an infinity number because he didn't even get an out.
He didn't get an out. The Twins beat the Royals 2-0 on a 2-hitter. The Mets beat the Marlins 5-3. The Pirates beat the Reds 5-4. And the game we covered that took 4 hours was the Blue Jays and Cardinals 10-9. That game kept going back and forth every inning.
Yeah, it kept changing.
White Sox Astros 3-2, which was a great game. Cease, your Cy Young Award projected winner, right?
Yep.
Had a great game. Doesn't get the decision, but the team still gets the win going down to Houston on opening day.
Absolutely, and then they beat up on the closer for the Astros on top of it.
The Rockies beat up on the Padres 7-2. Who's it? CJ Cron had a huge day. And I believe the Padres went like 0 for 12 or something with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, they couldn't score at all when they got guys on second and third.
The A's, great game last night. Had a lot of A's. No, I shouldn't say a lot. We had a few A's fans in the chat with us last night, and they were all hyped that they beat Ohtani and the Angels, even though Ohtani doesn't get the loss. But still a great way to start the year. What could you tell us about the kid that started for the A's? I know that's who they got from the Braves in that trade for Olsen.
Yeah.
But I didn't know much about him. What can you tell us about him?
He was just our AAA pitcher. I mean, we used him when we needed to, and the majors, obviously, when we needed like a bullpen guy or playoffs, when you need a long reliever. I mean, he pitched pretty good against the Angels. I mean, 1, 2, 3 innings against Trout and Ohtani 2 out of 3 times I think he faced them. So, and then the only time he got any issues is when they relieved him, and the reliever came in and got 3 straight outs and left Ohtani and Trout on first base. And for Ohtani, I mean, gets 10 strikeouts, gets a single and a walk, and you still lose the game.
Yep. The Dodgers Diamondbacks game, you kept us updated on that one. They win that game 8-2. And last night the Mariners shut out the Guardians. Kind of shocking to me. Not that the Mariners won, just that they shut the Guardians out. So, besides our teams, let me catch up. Cam says he'll be in chat. He'll join stream tomorrow. There is no stream tomorrow. Next one is Sunday. JJ says, what was the deal with the pitching delay by the Mets?
I
don't know. I did not.
It wasn't a delay by the pitching. It was delayed by McNeil and Alonso.
Oh, yeah.
Alonso couldn't get back to first base fast enough for the umpire, I guess, liking.
And I did see the replay of that. Alonso took his time getting back to first base.
And so they gave the strike to McNeil.
Yeah, which they shouldn't have done, but Alonso was goofing off. So Overlord says all 4 of our teams won. Yes, they did. Whose team is going to lose first?
Well, no,
I don't know. I think the Mets will sweep the Marlins now that they beat Alcantara.
Well, you need your bats. You need your major bats to show up. You need Alonso to figure out the bat.
Well, we need Alonso to get a razor and shave that porn stash off his face.
Oh yeah, that too. Because yesterday his bat was.
You know who was rocking a good stash yesterday?
Don't see.
Cease, yeah. Had that Wyatt Earp look going.
No, I mean, for Alonso, I mean, he was 0 for 4 yesterday with a walk.
Yeah, let's start with my Mets. Let's see what happened here. Mets, I have it up here. Mets win 5-3. Nimmo had 3 of the RBIs. Marte 2 for 4. Lindor 1 for 4. Alonso 0 for 4 with a walk and only 1 strikeout. I mean, we don't want him striking out. So the Mets only struck out 5 times yesterday for going up against a strikeout pitcher. So that's not too bad.
Yeah. Alcantara only had 2.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, Alonso 0 for 4. I mean, and his swinging was just horrendous. He was bad in the World Baseball Classic, and they benched him. And he's continued it now into the regular season for the Mets. And I mean, you're the 4 hitter, and you got guys in front of you and guys behind you getting on base, and then you can't do anything because you're striking out or you're grounding out or you're flying out. So you're not really benefiting and helping the team at all.
And let's look. We did bring up Alcantara. 5 2/3, only gave up 3 hits, walked 4 batters, so he was a little wild yesterday. Like Sean said, only the 2 strikeouts, and gave up 3 of the runs. But he does not get the loss because it was 3-0 Mets, and then Miami tied it at 3. So Scherzer did not look too impressive yesterday. Did have 6 strikeouts, but one bad pitch can wipe away. For fantasy purposes, he gets a quality start.
Yeah, he didn't do bad. I mean,
No.
he didn't do great though either.
No, nope. And Robertson comes in for the save, which with Diaz being out, at least we do have Robertson, who had 20 saves last year, like Sean said yesterday. But let's see what some of the base running. Marte. The Mets get 1 stolen base. It looks like that's it. Nothing else there. I wonder if ESPN shows any. We know the Alonso and McNeil thing where McNeil gets the strike. Do you know if there were any other violations in that game? I do not see here on ESPN.
I think that was the only game that was the only one in that game. There was 11 total yesterday.
So let's stick with our teams. Let's look at the Phillies and Rangers, since we got JJ and Overlord in the chat. These are their 2 teams. The Phillies, Real Muto had a good day, 3 for 5. Castellanos, 2 for 5. Bohm, 3 for 4.
Yeah, Realmuto and Bohm was a triple shy of cycle, and Realmuto I think was a home run shy of cycle. So it shows that they were hitting it around yesterday like a lot. I mean, they had 3 triples yesterday, and 1, 2, 3, 4 doubles there, and a home run. So you figure you had 4 doubles, 3 triples, and a home run, and you went 4 for 12 with runners in scoring position, and you lost 11-7.
Yeah.
I mean, but then you look over at the Rangers, they were 5 for 5 with runners in scoring position. So they knew how important it was to get it runs scored.
Mm-hmm.
And 2-out RBIs, 5 of their RBIs came with 2 outs.
Yeah, I like that. I like how they break that down. Let's look at the pitching. Nola did not do well. 3 2/3, gave up 5 earned. Let's look at DeGrom. 3 2/3, also 5 earned. Now, were they looking at him for health reasons yesterday?
I think they just took him out in general.
You think they just took him out in general? Okay.
I mean, the struggle was real for him.
I mean, he only threw 73 pitches, but he was getting pretty lit up. So,
yeah, he was definitely looking like a Christmas tree on Christmas morning there.
Let's see. Anybody actually Rex? Yeah, it's not Rex Grossman. Grossman got a home run.
Robbie Grossman.
Miller got a home run. So 2 for them, 1 for the Phillies. So overall, good day. Not many games today either. I think the Mets are the first game, and it's like 6:45 or something.
Yeah, there's only 5 games today.
Was scary at first. Fun fact: the park roof was open until the end of the 3rd, and they closed it because of rain. 4th inning is when we picked it up. Coincidence? I don't know. Are the Texas Rangers now banging trash cans too?
That'll be next.
Were the trash cans supposed to go to Houston and they end up going to Arlington instead? Next cheaters. So let's look at your Braves. 7-2. jumped out to a 4-1 lead and still win 7-2. Acuna, who you have as the comeback player of the year this year. Olsen, you have as the home run leader, both with 2 hits. Albies with 2 hits.
Riley got on base 3 times. Just
3 times, right? You do want your number 3 hitter getting base hits, but at least he's getting on base.
The real benefit was Travis Arnaud yesterday in the DH, 4 for 5 yesterday with 2 runs, 2 RBIs. His only out was a strikeout.
Wow. JJ says it's a bummer because they should have won that game. They just collapsed. Yep. Yes, they did. Well, yeah, let's hope not.
But no, I mean, I think the Braves overall.
Hey, Farhan stopping by. Farhan was up with us late last night watching his Oakland Athletics beat the Anaheim Angels, the Los Angeles Angels.
I think the Braves' only issue is going to be left field. I think Ozuna definitely just has to go. Problem is we can't get rid of his contract because ain't no one going to want that contract. So it's like we're stuck with him. But either his bat needs to pick it up or he's going to have to pick it up in general because they're not going to be able to keep sitting there waiting for him to do something.
Yeah. So Washington, not too familiar with really any of these guys. I mean, is this Victor Robles?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. He's down. He's that far down in the order. I thought he was their leadoff batter.
It's the Washington Nationals. They're probably going to show up every game with 9 different lineups.
Yeah. Let's see about pitching here. Corbin already after 19 losses last year gets the loss this year to start the year. Fried. Ooh, what can you tell us about Fried, Sean? I know he came out of the game early. Was he placed on the IL?
They haven't officially put him on the IL, but they said he was going to be going to it for 15 days at least. It's just a hamstring tightness. I guess he pulled it going to first base. I mean, after 43 pitches, he probably would have won 6 innings probably with 80 pitches. Because he wasn't, I wasn't say mowing him down, but he wasn't having any issues. I mean, for 3 1/3, only had 40 pitches.
Mm-hmm.
He was averaging a little over 11 pitches an inning there for the first 3 innings.
Yep. Let's see here. Let's go back up to your thing. Stolen bases. You guys had 2, Hilliard and Acuna.
Yep, Acuna stole the first base of the year just because Corbin threw over twice, and then after the second time, he looked at his first base coach and just took off running. Because at that point, you already know you just can't basically throw over anymore. It's over.
Mm-hmm. You guys were 4 for 15 with runners in scoring position. Not very good there.
No, we weren't that good there, but
but Washington was 1 for 11.
Yeah, we had the bases loaded, I think, 3 times in the game, and we would just keep grounding into double plays, or we would get thrown out at home or thrown out somewhere.
Let's get rid of some of these games that we talked about already. All right. Out of the other games, let's look at the Orioles because that was a high-scoring game. The Orioles jump out to a 5-1 lead, and then
it was 7-2.
7-2, and then 9-4.
Or no, it was
10-4. It was 10-4. Yeah, 8-2, and then 10-4, and hold on to win 10-9. Yikes! Rushman goes 5 for 5 with 4 RBI.
Yeah, they definitely struggled coming with their relievers coming in.
Yeah,
they couldn't hold that lead down at all. But I mean, Boston showed that they were resilient. But Boston's pitching, look at it. Each pitcher went 15 pitches, 191 total pitches, and they just got abused.
Look at Baltimore had 5 stolen bases yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, Boston, not good. Opening day, you never want to use that many pitchers, but it was the second coldest game in Fenway Park opening day history.
Yeah, and the bats showed it early for Boston, and they woke up as the day went on.
catch up. Some of the guys just talking back and forth in the chat. His A's, took the lead late. Overlord says Adley looking amazing. Dark horse MVP. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
It's way too early for that.
It's Baltimore. You can't be sitting here thinking you're going to win an MVP. Because he went 5 for 5 on day one. He'll be 0 for 5 day 2.
Giants, Yankees. Harold, who's on some of our streams with us, he predicted Judge to hit 2 home runs yesterday. Judge actually only hit 1. It came early. It was in the first inning. So all game long, we were waiting for that second home run, but never got it. But
I said the night before he was going to strike out twice. He did.
Yep. So a nice start for the Yankees there. We'll just cover some of these games quickly again. Cubs 4-0. Man, this pitching matchup: Burns versus Stroman. Stroman with the great day. Burns, who should be in talks at the end of the year for Cy Young. 4 runs, 5 innings, only 3 strikeouts.
Yeah, he couldn't get the strike zone going.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the game to know if the umpire was bad, because I mean in the games we were watching, the umpire calls were like we're waiting for our dinner meeting, we got to go, because it seemed like as the game went on, the strike zone got wider and wider and wider.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean the Brewers bats I think are going to be the biggest issue.
Yeah, Milwaukee did take a beating. And speaking of the Brewers bats, whatever happened to Yelich?
He just fell off after he won that Triple Crown that 1 year almost.
Well, and didn't he fail a drug test after that year?
I don't remember.
I think he did.
But he's definitely not the player he used to be, and he's definitely just fallen off completely. I wouldn't be shocked if Milwaukee has a bad year if they don't move him by the trade deadline. Because I predicted him, I think, to finish second in that division. I think I said, and
I have him finishing second behind St. Louis as well.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't see them making a jump. I mean, Chicago might even jump them and finish second or third.
Yep.
If Milwaukee's bats are going to be this bad, I mean, they had 4 hits. Willie Adams had 1, Contreras had 1, and then your bottom 2 guys of the lineup had 1 each, and then that's it.
That's it.
I mean, you had 5 walks, but you go for 5 with runners in scoring business, and you left all 7 on base.
Yep.
You had 2 double plays.
Yep. So another shutout yesterday was the Tigers and Rays, 4-0 as well.
Yeah, I have no idea about either of these teams because again, the Rays. The only player I think I know is Franco and Alvarez or Rosarino on there, and then obviously for Detroit we have Miguel Cabrera batting 9th. He got 1 opening day hit on his last opening day for his 20th first season.
Yep. So let's keep moving here. Pirates and Reds. We expect the Reds to be a bad team, so no surprise here. With Pittsburgh getting the win.
But I do expect the Pirates to be a sleeper team in that division.
I don't know.
Just look at their bats. I mean, they had 6 hits yesterday, but look at all the walks. Cruz 2, Reynolds at the top 1, McCutchen had 3, Santana had 1. Right there is 3, 4, 5, 7 walks right there in your top 4. 7 of your 9 walks were your top of your lineup, and then the other 2 were at the bottom. So your guys are getting on base. It's just they weren't getting the hits when they needed. I only had 4 of the first 5 guys that had a hit, and I mean, the other 2 were at the bottom. Other 2 were at the bottom of the lineup there. But when you're playing against the Reds, I guess I mean if you win by a run, that's all you need to win by. Because again, the Reds. I mean, I don't even know anybody on that team besides Votto and India.
Right. And how long? I mean, I'm sure sometime during the year Votto gets dealt somewhere.
Yeah, Votto and I bet India get traded both by deadline because they're not going to want to sit there and keep wasting time.
Now the Pirates. Oh, go ahead, Sean.
Votto's doesn't have many more years in him. Yeah.
Now the Pirates in my preview and prediction show, the Pirates were projected at 68.5 wins, and I did take the over for that. So
yeah, I see them winning 75-80.
Yeah.
I just think that they're a battle tested team that have the grit to want to fight for it.
All right, let's keep looking here. We got the Blue Jays and Cardinals, a game we did.
That everybody got a hit.
Toronto jumped out to a 4-1 lead, but then it was back and forth after that. It was 4-1, then it was 4-3, 5-3, 5-5, and then look, it just kept going back and forth.
Yeah, that game there, no one wanted to not hit the baseball.
Springer goes 5 for 6. Bichette goes 4 for 6. Chapman had 3 hits.
The only guy that went hitless was Merrifield, other than the pitch hitters.
Right? And neither one had an official at bat, so it doesn't really count anyway.
Yeah, and Merrifield went on base twice, which is
twice, right? Mm-hmm.
He had 2 of the 3 walks. I mean, he had 19 total hits.
Walker makes his debut. Will definitely be in the conversation for Rookie of the Year if he stays healthy. Gets his first hit and his first RBI of the season.
I think he's going to be competing against the guy with the Dodgers who hit a home run yesterday in his debut.
And we'll look at that because I also think the guy from the Diamondbacks, one of their outfielders, will be in that conversation as well.
Yeah, Carroll. But no, I mean,
Nootbaar, a guy I didn't know much about until the World Baseball Classic this year. So,
the top of the lineup there for the Cardinals got all their hits, and then the bottom of the lineup was just a dud every time they came up.
Yeah, Goldschmidt, Arenado had that big 2-run double in the 8th inning.
They thought that was the winner.
Yep, to put them up 9-8. But then Toronto scored 2 more in the 9th.
Yeah, once you get the Contreras in that lineup, it's going to be an iffy year for them.
And Contreras, he was taken out of the game yesterday. I forget what inning it was, but with
I think it was like the 6th inning for
a knee contusion. So
yeah, I mean he got hit with a 100-mile-an-hour fastball to the kneecap. So
yeah,
wouldn't be shocked if he doesn't hit the 15-day.
Like the pad, like it just missed the pad.
Yeah,
it hit the knee.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if you don't hit the 15-day DL next.
So a game we covered late. By the time we jumped in, it was either the 4th or 5th inning, so it was still 0-0 when we jumped in.
Yeah, I think it was the top of the 5th.
But, man, it was a great pitching matchup, and then it turns out to be a great game where the bullpen for Alvarez hits the home run.
Yeah, he had 2 moonshots by Grandal and Alvarez.
Yeah.
And then Alvarez made it interesting there at the end because Lopez didn't want to get the save for him.
Yeah.
He was doing everything he could. I mean, but again, I mean, the bottom of the lineup for the Astros is going to be an issue. When you get the below Tucker there, I mean, after you get the Tucker, you basically are going to probably have 4 outs. They're not those guys, all 4 of those guys, Diaz, Myers, Maldonado, and Dubon until Altuve gets back. Dubon's just those 4 there are going to bat probably 200, low 200s, I bet. And then what are you going to do? Get 1 hit a game?
I mean, yeah, like you said, below Tucker. I mean, they only had 4 hits on the day, but those 4 guys below him were combined 1 for 13. So
yeah. And the top of the lineup was 4, had almost all the hits. 3 of the 4 hits.
3 of the 4 hits.
I mean, Alvarez, if you don't take Alvarez's home run, they only had 3 hits all game. I think they had 1 until, the 7th inning?
Mm-hmm.
And that came in the 2nd inning against Cease.
Yep.
At one point, it was, I think, 17 straight outs. So, I mean.
The Sox had 11 hits, but they were all scattered. Only Anderson and Rivera had 2. And everybody else except Jimenez had 1.
Yeah, but they couldn't. They just couldn't figure out base running.
Yep.
Moncada with an idiotic base running move would have made it a 4-2 game or 4-1 game at the time when Grandal hit the home run next.
Yep.
And then how many times did they get thrown out between third and home there? I think it was twice in the game.
Yeah, at least once that I remember. On a ball hit right to when the ball is right to Bregman. Yep. Who's standing right next to you as the base runner. So
yeah, and so the third base coach there needs to learn what the hell he's doing because he can't be doing those kind of mistakes.
Yeah. So let's keep a couple more games here. Rockies and Padres.
The only star for the Padres we can talk about is Xander Bogaerts.
Yep. 3 for 4. Soto 0 for 4. Machado 1 for 3.
And for the Rockies, I don't even want to talk about CJ Cron because
What-
he killed me in fantasy.
When does Tatis come back?
April 20th.
April 20th.
April 20th, and then he'll be playing right field. So
Got it.
Dahl will be coming out, and he'll be playing leadoff. So, I mean, that lineup's only going to get more lethal when he comes back. But, I mean, Snell gets beat up on day one. Musgrove, I think, Musgrove's on the IL already for 15. Darvish is Darvish. I mean, he's inconsistent every game. For Marquez to go out there and give up only 5 hits, 2 earned runs in a tsunami kind of rainstorm kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
Marquez, I mean, for the Rockies, could be that star that in the making when it comes to the trade deadline for a team to go out and get.
Yeah. We'll see.
I mean, look at the Padres pitching. It's 17 strikeouts, and he still got up 7 runs.
Yep.
17 hits too. You match your strikeouts with your hits.
And 17. Yikes! Not a good day. Not a good day for the Padres. Well, I do have I do have the Padres going to the World Series, but losing the World Series.
Yeah. And I have the Padres winning the division and going and winning the World Series. So they don't learn how to figure out their bats right there. I mean, I know it's day one, but Sato's bat looked horrible. Machado was all over. Grisham couldn't hit anything with a tennis racket. The only thing that was hitting was Bogarts, and you can't have one guy doing everything.
Mm-hmm. And then the Angels and A's, like we covered last night.
Yeah, it was a 0-0 game until the 5th, and then it was we thought the Angels were just going to win it away because they kept getting guys on second, and they would blow it at first and second how many times with 1 out or 0 outs. And then every time they would do it, they'd double play or strike out everybody. And then the A's just kept being resilient, and then they took the lead.
Yep. So let's keep looking here. Let's get some of the pitching. We know Ohtani started the game. 6 innings, only gave up 2 hits and 3 walks, but had the 10 strikeouts. And the young kid, Muller. Is it Muller or Mueller?
Mueller.
So 5 innings, only 1 run or 1 earned run, 1 walk, only 4 hits and 3 strikeouts. So not a bad outing for him there.
Not against Ohtani and Trout.
Yeah. And Ohtani and Trout were combined 1 for 6, but walked twice.
And 2 strikeouts for Ohtani.
For Ohtani, yeah. So the Dodgers beat up on the Diamondbacks 8-2. Urias.
After being down 2-0, the Diamondbacks looked like they could blow it open in the first 2 innings. Mm-hmm. They kept having they had bases filled and everything, and runners on, and they just kept grounding out. And then finally, once the Dodgers start scoring, those bats get going, it's over. I mean, Mookie 3 strikeouts for day one isn't what you want to see. Or Muncy 5 strikeouts. 0 for 5 with 5 strikeouts. Muncy.
What's 5 called? 4 strikeouts is a golden sombrero. What's 5?
You're a jackass. You are the whole jackass.
I gotta clip that. We're just gonna clip that part. You're a jackass.
You're 0 for 5. Stop swinging a baseball bat. Just stand there. You had half the team strikeouts. But no, I mean, Carroll 0 for 3. And then Ottman for the Dodgers is a rookie. He went 2 for 3 with a home run. So, I mean, Ottman might be that sleeper guy that no one expected for the Dodgers to be that bat at the bottom of the lineup that could turn it over to the top for Betts and Freeman and Smith and be on base and scoring runs. I mean, obviously they had Dylan Lutz. Was it Lutz that was injured or Lux?
Gavin Lux.
Gavin Lux that tore his ACL. Obviously, he was supposed to be their Swiss Army knife in the infield. But, I mean, Rojas comes in and goes 2 for 4. I mean, you can't complain with that. And, I mean, JD Martinez in his Dodgers debut 1 for 4. I mean, I don't see him being a consistent hitter just because of him just being a DH for them the whole time. He might play first base here and there when they want to get Freddie Freeman a DH day. And
I don't know how his knees are. He can play left field too if needed.
Yeah, I don't see him playing left field.
Yeah.
Not when they have Peralta, Ottman, and Mookie. Maybe as a position player in the ninth inning when they're up 10 runs.
All right, let's look at the pitching matchup. Gallen went 4 2/3, gave up 5 earned, 6 hits, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts.
Yeah, Urias started off rough. He had like 20 pitches after 1 inning, and only finished with 79 after 6.
After 6, wow.
He could have probably won another 2. He probably could have won the whole game in under 100 pitches.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. That would have been close. Let's see, because the rest of the guys threw 35, so that would have put him at 114.
Still, he was painting the paint there.
Mm-hmm. And let's look at the last game from last night, Seattle.
Yeah, that was a 0-0 game until the bottom of the 8th. I mean, we were sitting there waiting for hits to happen and runs to score.
And France, that was a 3-run home run by France, right?
Yep. He went oppo with it, and it barely made it over the wall.
I was gonna say I thought it was close to getting caught. I thought, but
yeah, he went oppo, and it barely made it over the wall.
Not a good start for Cleveland. Only 4 hits on the day.
Yeah.
No walk, so only 4 base runners all day long.
Yeah. 9 strikeouts. Rosario had 2 of them, and Zunino. But I mean, Jose Ramirez, I saw one of his swings. He swung out of it, and his helmet fell off. That's how hard he was swinging. I mean, I know it's day 1 and the bats are a little cold yet, but Bieber goes out there and he throws you a star of a game.
6 shutout innings.
And you can't even get guys on base. They had 1 hit when that Bieber came out. I think they had 1 hit until the 9th inning.
Yeah, yep. Let's look here. Let's see what I had Cal Raleigh on the bench. That's no big deal. Rodriguez 0 for 4.
Yeah, Ty France 3 for 4. He had 3 of the 7 hits and all 3 runs.
Yep.
So I mean, you gotta have other people step up and become a team player. I mean, you can't be sitting there expecting one guy to be the whole team. So I mean, Julio Rodriguez is gonna have to. You want to be that leadoff guy, and you want to be that silver slugger. You're gonna have to have your bat warm up a little bit. You can't be cold forever. And I know day 1 is day 1, but you want to start the season off on the right foot, not be 0 for 4, 0 for 5s.
All right, let's look at today's matchups. We got the Mets and Marlins at 6:40. Peterson against Luzardo.
I think the matchup of the day is definitely the White Sox Astros again.
Mm-hmm.
The all 3 pitching matchups for that game, for that series, is going to be good. Or 4, I think it might be even a 4-game series to start the year. That's going to be a good matchup just because of who is pitching on both teams. I mean, you got Javier and Lynn. I mean, that could be another scoreless game until 5-6 innings.
Yeah, we got the Rockies and Padres. Freeland against Martinez.
Yeah, Martinez is in that spot because of injuries, because of Musgrove.
Then the Diamondbacks and Dodgers again. Kelly against May.
Yeah, I see May being a sleeper for. I think he could be considered comeback player of the year because I think he was injured for most of the year last year. I mean, he's definitely got to do something with the Carrot Top haircut. I mean, ain't no one out there trying to be Carrot Top 2.0.
He kind of looks like Justin Turner, don't he?
He does with the long hair.
Yeah. So let's see here. What was last year's
6 games? He was only 6 games, 30 innings.
Oh yeah. Wow. So yeah, he can definitely be in line for comeback player of the year.
He went 2 for 3 with a 4.5 ERA. I mean, Mitch Kelly coming off the World Baseball Classic, so I mean, he's gonna have to. Mitch Kelly, I mean, you got to come off of what you just pitched in the World Baseball Classic.
Mm-hmm.
You got to ride that wave, but you're going up against the Dodgers, and again, you could get an early lead with being the Diamondbacks, but the Dodgers always find a way to come around.
Yeah, and then tonight we got the Guardians and the Mariners again.
I'm not even going to try to figure out who that guy's name is. Gadis.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not sure who that is against Robbie Ray. I
mean,
like Robbie Ray.
Let's fly to Seattle. We got $14 tickets. What's Miami's tickets today? $4.
I'll go back and look.
Robbie Ray 0 for 2 last year, so he's in.
Yeah.
Or no, this is Cadiz.
Oh no, that's Cadiz. 0 for 2.
18.4 ERA. He did great. 15 earned runs on 15 hits. Wow, everyone got 7 home runs. He was
in 7 innings. He gave up 7 home runs.
He gave 7 home runs in 15 innings. Holy, 15 hits and wow.
Wow. And who is? Now we can look up. Oh, no. Let's look at Robbie Ray. Robbie Ray last year was 12-12, 371, 212 strikeouts. That walks and hits per innings pitch. That's high.
7th most strikeouts last year at 200.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, 32nd highest ERA isn't terrible. He had the 31st highest whip, I think it said there or something. Yeah.
31st most highest. Yeah.
And 27th most wins. So I mean, he didn't have a terrible year.
Nope.
Going to Seattle though, I mean, he could get beat up tonight against if the Cleveland Guardians bats come out awake.
Mm-hmm.
Keyword awake.
Awake. All right, let's go back and see how much. What were they yesterday? They were like $5, weren't they?
They were $5 yesterday. They're $9 today.
$9 today.
It went up a little bit.
With a worse pitching matchup, but they're more money.
Geez, I think every over/under is 7.5 runs.
7.5, 8.
We got 8.
7.5 and 7.5.
Damn Rockies and Padres had to ruin it. They had to be special.
So we'll keep an eye on this. Our next live stream during a game, I'll be streaming the Mets and Marlins on Sunday at 1:30. Definitely streams throughout the week. If you look at our YouTube page, of course hit the subscribe button to help us out.
Yep.
But all our upcoming live streams are already posted there, so you'll know what games we're covering and anything else going on. What I want to do maybe 2 or 3 weeks into the year is start doing team power rankings, where we think the top 10 or so teams are standing. So we'll start getting that ready. But Sean, thanks for hopping on for a little bit. Anything to add before we head out?
Yeah. Nope, I'm good to go.
All right,
thanks everybody for everything yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Guys, enjoy. There's only a couple games today, so enjoy it if your team's playing. My Mets play at 6:40, so I'll be able to catch that one. And if not, we'll see you on Sunday. Always check out our Twitter as well as our Instagram. Sean's always posting all kinds of highlights over on the Instagram page for us. So the link for that is over in the chat right now. So guys, check that out. Give us a follow on each of those platforms. And there's a link for merch as well. Got working on some new designs as well over there. So lots more to come. And Sean, thanks again. And we'll see you in the next one.
See you guys.